going to be practicing a drill called the aim small, miss small drill. And the drill comes out of this book by the USCCA. It's called Concealed Carry and Home Defense Fundamentals. And the drill is on page 251 of the book. It looks like that in the book. So the point of the drill is that you put a shot on target and then you aim at that shot. The first shot, you start at the low ready position, you bring the gun up, get a quick sight picture, and break one shot. So you'd shoot one shot at the target, and then you come back down to the low ready position. And then after that, you come back up to the firing position and you shoot a string of anywhere from 2 to 5 rounds, and you're trying to work around or hit that same hole every time you shoot. So this is working on your accuracy. This is not a speed drill. There's no timer or anything that you need to use when you're doing this drill. It's strictly an accuracy drill. So you're working on trying to get your shots aimed at that one little target. And depending on what caliber you're using, anywhere from a 22 up to a 45 and anything in between there, then the size of that one bullet hole is what you're going to be aiming for. So instead of going for just trying to get it on the black or in the green on this target here in front of us, then you're trying to go for that one little spot that's on the target. So I'm going to be using a 9mm. So what I'm going to be aiming for is that 9mm hole rather than the whole target that's in front of me. So this is the range we use for the CWP classes, and I've got rocks set up at the different markings on the ground. We start at 3 yards and we go to 5, then 7, on down the line, as you see the different painted rocks there on the ground. So we're starting the drill at the 3 yard mark. So I'll be standing here and the target will be right there. So when you're shooting, you're going to be just bringing it up, firing the one shot to get your aiming point, and then everything else will be fired after that. You'll come back up, fire again a string of either 2 to 5 shots, anywhere in between, however many you want to shoot, come back down to low ready, and then bring it back up and keep doing those strings of shot and trying to get on target right at that one little hole that you've placed in the target. We've moved the target down to the 5 yard line, and now we're going to redo the drill at the 5 yard mark, and again practicing the same way that we did the first go around with the drill, so that you can practice a little bit further out, because most defensive shooting situations are going to be somewhere between 3 to 7 yards or the 9 to 20 feet mark there. So if you practice in between 3 and 5 yards, that's going to be right in the zone that most people will tell you is where the majority of the defensive shooting situations occur, in that range of distances there. So if you can get yourself to where you can hit the target consistently in a very tight circle when you're shooting, then it's going to be better for you when you actually get in that situation. You know exactly how to get the gun on target, and you can hit the target reliably because you've practiced doing it that way. Okay, so this is where we were shooting at the 3 yard mark here. The first shot that I placed as my aiming point was in somewhere in this hole right here. So everything else that I was putting on target was right around that. The first shot again was here. I think I pulled the second shot down a little bit, but then got everything back on target for the rest of them. So that's, except for that one little outlier right there, that's a pretty good size target right there for not really doing true sighted fire. You're just trying to get a quick sight picture and keep at that same aiming point all the time. So it's pretty good grouping right there around that one little hole. And then for the 5-yard drill, the first shot was down here. I purposely went down a little bit lower so that we could make sure that we could kind of tell the difference between the 3 and 5-yard shots. So the first shot was down here, and the remaining 14 were grouped fairly close to it. I mean, it was, that's a total of about a 3-inch spread there in between the two farthest shots. But the majority of the shots were staying in this area right here. So getting 5 yards away, trying to get just on target so that you can stop whatever is coming at you, that's going to be pretty good pretty good shot placement to be able to stop whatever is coming at you. So as you practice this drill and you get better at it and you get your group tighter and tighter and you're able to just basically have one big mark there on the target, then you know that you've gotten to a point where you can reliably bring that gun up and know that you're going to hit the target where you're aiming at. So if you have not gotten a copy of this book, if you hadn't taken one of our classes and gotten the free download version of this, which will have all of those drills in it, you can go to our website, doubleeaglegunworks.com, and you can find the link to get the book there on the website, and we'll ship it out to you. So check out doubleeaglegunworks.com for more information, and like and subscribe down at the bottom. We'll talk to you later. Thanks.